My name is Jacqueline Nicholson, and I am here to demonstrate the different parts of the sheep brain. Here is the brain, and I will be demonstrating the frontal lobe, which is on this end here, the parietal lobe on this end here, the occipital lobe is down below here. We have the temporal lobe on this side, and we have the brain stem in the back and the bottom here. We also have the cerebellum, which is this part right here. The cerebellum is here, and the cerebellum is for balance, coordination, and for fine muscle control. We have the brain stem, which is here, and that brain stem is for breathing. It's for breathing. It's for your blood pressure, your heartbeat, and swallowing. It's also for the body temperature and digestion. And it's for alertness and sleep as well. Then we have over here, which is the temporal lobe, and the temporal lobe is the understanding and language. Understanding language, and also behavior, memory, and hearing. We also have here at the top, on this side here, which is the frontal lobe, and it's for movement, thinking, initiation. It's for reasoning, for judgment. It's for behavior, emotions, memory, and speaking. We have here the partial lobe, the parietal lobe, which is for knowing right from left. It's for sensation. It's for reading, understanding special relationships. We have the occipital, which is here, and it is for vision and color blindness. Okay, and that is just the brief of the brain, and we'll get in a little further into that right now. Okay, here we have this is the superior longitudinal sulcus, and just below here we have this is the gyrus here, and then we have the sulcus, which is the little crease there, and the gyrus. And then we have over here, we have the central sulcus, which is over here. Okay, which is just above the frontal lobe, which is over here. Okay, and okay, now the gyrus is a ridge on the cerebral cortex. It is generally surrounded by one or more sulci, depression of forest. So that's what the gyrus is. Okay. Go. This area here is the longitudinal fissure. This longitudinal fissure is the deep groove that divides the cerebrum into right and left hemisphere. Right and left hemisphere. When you cut down the middle, it gives the right and the left hemisphere.
If you can't see,
okay.
You want me to say it behind you?
Okay, we're gonna start here. I'm gonna demonstrate this part. This is the opposite side of the brain. We have here, this here is the spinal cord. At the bottom here is the spinal cord. And over here we have the cerebellum. And then up in this area here would be the medulla oblongata. Is right here. The medulla oblongata. And then we have over this side here is the temporal lobe. Over here is the pons. We have the pons here. Then right above the pons, we have the midbrain, which is over in this section here, would be the midbrain. And we then have the optic tract, which is up in here, but I didn't remove too much of the myelin sheet covering. It was difficult to take off. So along here is the optic nerve. Then in the middle here is the optic chiasma. Then we have up in here we have the olfactory bulb, which is the synapse point of the cranial nerve 1, and we have the frontal lobe not too far away from there, above here. Okay, we have here on this side here is the oculomotor. It would be two nerves, but I can't get to it here. So that would be the oculomotor in this area. And then just right next to it, below it, would be the trochlear. And then way down here would be the abducens. And then in this area would be the hypoglossal area. Over here would be the vagus nerve. And over here is the facial nerve. And then we would have the trigeminal nerve over here and the optic nerve over here. Okay, now we're going to go a little deeper into the brain structure, and we have here the perineal gland is here. We have the superior soliculi here, and this is the inferior soliculi. On this side right here is the corpora quadrigemina, and we have this here is the vermis. We have the left lateral lobe and the right lateral lobe and the cerebellum here. And that concludes the description and dissecting of the sheep brain.